Hey guys, Jacob here. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing my year 3 predictions. Now, you guys know we are going to be getting year 3, or at least more content in 2021. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to be giving us, if we're going to be getting a new expansion, some kind of new game mode, new dark zones, or maybe even a new raid, but I'll be giving you guys my thoughts in today's video. First, if you guys are new, welcome to the channel. I upload daily Division 2 content on stuff like build videos, fin resets, and overall news on the game. Now, to get right into it, what do I think we're going to be getting in the year 3 or the future content of the division? Now, a lot of you guys are wanting a very big open new expansion like Warlords New York. As cool as that may be, I don't see that happening due to the fact that they're working on Avatar and Star Wars. And unless they have Red Storm come in and help them make this, or, I think they said they're hiring more people, but I'm not sure exactly what team they're going to be hiring those people for, which I'm guessing it's probably more like Star Wars, and they're going to be having the people who are pretty much not working on those projects still producing division content. But I feel like since they have lack of people working, then maybe they're going to be focusing on smaller DLC, something similar to like Camp White Oak, Manning Zoo, or even something like the Summit. Now, the update I think we are going to be getting is going to be a situation like 1.8.3 or 1.8, which was the Westside Pier update. If you guys are not aware what the Westside Pier update was, it was a medium-sized update we got in the Division 1 at the very end of the game for pretty much year 3 content. Or at least that's what people considered it to be, was final content, and they gave us Skirmish, they gave us Resistance, they gave us more DZs to explore, which was all up to DZ9, they gave us Rogue 2.0, they fixed Underground, and there were multiple more things they added in to finalize the game and make it overall pretty good. Now, Skirmish in this game is already a thing that exists already, but Resistance and Survival are 2 game modes I'll be discussing as well, but obviously, we don't have really any more areas to explore in the open world. As cool as this may be, if they give us a Westside Pier style update, I'm going to split this as well. For one, I think they're going to give this update like Westside Pier, but they're not going to treat it the same. I don't think they're going to give us a map extension in DC. If anything, they'll give us a map extension in New York City, mostly due to the fact there's nothing really up here, and I could see them adding in a new dark zone, due to the fact that would be perfect for PvP players, and also give us some new areas to explore, and also get more PvP content, because let's be honest, this game lacks a lot of PvP content, so they really need to add someplace up in New York City that has a dark zone that gives players more PvP experience, or give us some kind of new game mode. Now, in the 1.8 update, we did get the new DZs, so I could see them adding in dark zones in the future, due to the fact they're not that big of a project, and they're probably pretty simple to make. Just got to make an area or two, and boom, you have your new dark zones. But for Resistance, I don't know if I would see Resistance coming back at all. If it does, I have nothing against that. I think Resistance was a very fun, game mode to play, but I just don't see that one coming back anytime soon. If anything, the main game mode I could see them bringing back is going to be Survival, which was Expansion 2 from the Division 1. If you guys are not aware what Survival was a pretty awesome game mode where you pretty much crashed in the open world, and the world was completely changed, and even the DZ was changed. You had a constant blizzard hitting you. You had to find medicine because you were sick, because your hazmat suit was ripped. You had to find clothing so you didn't freeze to death, fire so you didn't freeze to death. You also had to drink water and also eat food. And also you had to find weapons because you literally had nothing. And if you were in PvP, there was no rogue button. You could just run up on someone and shoot them and kill them just like that, and you were done unless your teammate could res you with medicine and res you back to go. And when you got into the DZ, that's when it started getting really creative, because for one, you had to extract and get out, and hunters would spawn to attack you, and they were absolutely terrifying. And if that wasn't, enough, then you also had players in PvP that were trying to kill you, so you had to watch out for players trying to get to your extraction, while also hunters would show up and try to kill you as well. But the good news was the hunters were not catered just to one player. They would literally attack everyone because they do not give a shit. But Survival is a game mode I definitely could see them bringing back, to the fact its high popularity and also its replayability. The reason why I say that is to the fact that it had PvP and PvE. It helped both player bases, because some people wanted to go in there and absolutely massacre other players, while other people wanted the pure survival experience and just go in there and survive as long as they can, get gear, and also get the exclusive urban MDR that was in there for some time. So I can see them adding this in the future, mostly due to the fact that it's just a game mode. It's, you know, not a full-on expansion. So if they were going to work on a big project, I think this would be it. Would be them bringing back Survival 2.0. Now, I am going to be talking about locations as well, because some people are asking me if they were going to add a new expansion. I personally don't think they're going to do it, but I know how Massive likes to pull things, you know, out of nowhere, kind of like they did with Warlords. Sorry, I can't speak. But if they were going to bring us into a new area, it would someplace maybe be like Chicago, or even an area they've already talked about before, which was the Langley files, and maybe they'll bring us to the Langley CIA headquarters and have us fix Isaac, or have some kind of game mode in there. And maybe even, you know, that could be the new expansion if they do decide to make it. Now, if they do decide to make this a new expansion, as you guys will see, this area is pretty much surrounded by trees. I'm not exactly sure when this photo was taken because I didn't check the date. But I could see them making this into a game mode because I think the building in the area is big enough. Or if they really wanted to, I could see them making this into some kind of raid, which I could see them easily doing that, because there's multiple areas where they could have bosses. You know, for one, there's the parking lots, which could be where you land and you have to go through each section of the building, and they could have, you know, 1, 2, 3, and then when you get the parking garage, you could go through that area, and then when you get to the water tower area, you can have a boss over there. But I could see them easily splitting this up if they did decide to make another raid. I see a raid being more likely than a new expansion for some reason. I'm not sure why, unless it's a very small expansion. But those are just a few things I wanted to get out there, because some people were asking me what I think we're going to be getting in year 3. And for the story narrative, or just story content in general, as far as we know, all the manhunt targets, Fei Lao, you know, Viper, these people are all dead unless they bring back Fei Lao, because you know, they could do it. Some people are like, oh, she's dead. Well, I remember shooting a shit ton of rounds on this dude too, but, you know, he came back. So for the narrative content or for the story content, the only target I can really think of is Natalia Sokolova, who is the half-sister to Kestrel, who's also the manufacturer for the BTSU. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to have her as an expansion person, or a DLC person, or even a raid. If I was going to think of one thing they'd use with her, that would be the BTSU's final stand, and you'd fight them in a raid or a pretty big mission and absolutely wipe them out and be done with them. But also, there's, you know, the Hunters, which is currently what I'm dressed as right now. A lot of people think the Hunters are Russian Spetsnaz soldiers, so that would give a connection to, you know, Russia as well with Natalia Sokolova. So maybe they will connect the dots with that and maybe give us some more DLC, or even a game mode to explain more of that stuff. But overall, my predictions on this new, you know, game mode or new stuff we're going to be getting, hopefully we'll maybe get a few more seasons. Maybe not, I'm not sure. But that'd be pretty cool if they gave us some, you know, obviously more exotics. I'm hoping for a new Dark Zone. That's the main thing I want to see in this new year, or this new, you know, year 3 that we're going to be getting, or something that's similar to Survival. And I would not hate on if they did give us a new area like West Side Pier to explore. But I feel like you need to add a replayable game mode, otherwise players are going to play that for such a long time, and then they're going to get, you know, pretty much bored and be absolutely done with it. So my theory is they're going to add smaller updates, and then maybe one big update towards the end of the 2021. So maybe we'll get a new Dark Zone and some PvP content. Then maybe we'll get another PvE, smaller, few missions or something like that, or maybe a raid, and then maybe you'll get the big thing at the very end, which can be split into 3 parts. I could see them doing that and have some seasons in the middle, while also adding new content in between. But overall, who really knows? Please let me know in the comment section below what you guys think we're going to be getting in year 3. Also, I'm going to be providing you guys with a small channel update real quick, because some people have been asking me what's going on my channel. For one, I still will be uploading Division videos, but they're going to be a little bit less than usual, to the fact I am very busy and I have other stuff to do. That's besides playing the Division. There's also going to be some other games in the future that I will be recording, so keep an eye out for those. I'm very excited to record Back 4 Blood, which is basically Left 4 Dead 3, and also Dying Light 2 and Halo Infinite in the future when that comes out at the end of the year. So I still will be uploading content, but it won't be as frequent as usual. Starting next week, I will be having my regular schedule back on track, so you guys will be seeing a few more videos pop up here and there. But like I said, please let me know in the comment section below what you guys want to see in year 3. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more content, and I'll catch you guys all later.
レックン